Part 5 Logarithm. You'll need an umbrella, or reverse calculation of exponentiation. After the owner announces the closure, a brief silence ensues.
Huh? Really?
Huh?
Closing down? What do you mean closing down?
Uh,
I
hey,
mean,
stop
I'm
it.
going out of business. I'm going out of business. I can't keep the shop afloat.
Of course I know what closing down means. Do you really think I need you to explain that to me?
The questioner rudely interrupts.
Haha. Amusing.
Don't tell me this means I have to go back to Clever Cones. Their carbuncle servers always sneak bites on my order. When I complained, they said it was within normal loss allowance.
that's adorable. The critter wilderness is actually up and running, and like they're using critters for their uh for their help in working, but like the carbuncles are still eating the ice cream they're serving.
Oh. So, we won't be able to have this ice cream anymore.
The girl who was about to leave stops in her tracks.
No, 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 no.
That beautiful regular dodecagram and its magical, refreshing, and rich flavor. The next time I come here, I won't be able to taste it. Happy, beautiful things, never to be seen again. What terrible news.
37 thinks for a moment.
No. It doesn't make sense.
I must admit, I don't know much of anything about economics, but if this shop sells such beautiful ice cream, yet it's closing down, there must be something wrong. How about this? I'll help you solve your problem.
It appears their farewell was premature.
So, then I believe this is the problem.
After subjecting the shopkeeper to a dizzying series of questions, the little nascent consultant consumes another free ice cream as she announces her solution.
This chart illustrates the gap between your shop's data and that of other shops. Apparently, your foot traffic and average transaction value are significantly lower. That is the issue. So, we only need to increase these two numbers, and your troubles will be over.
Not easy, huh?
Yep. Really? Which ones did you say?
The owner leans over the charts, attempting to decipher the many points and lines, growing more and more confused.
Huh?
Are you serious? I feel like I've walked into the set of some boring sitcom.
Damn it! What are you doing? Are you even listening to me?
This is my private lab, a place for of consequence. Now you barge in here with your kitschy number name and festoon my brainstorming board with profit loss analyses for a 2-bit ice cream stand.
Oh, please.
Correction. This is not your private lab. But I admit, I'm questioning why we are still here too.
Interesting.
Come on, friends. We all know why. We're having a good time, aren't we?
Huh?
You wouldn't know fun if it came up to you and sat you on your head. Let's all sit around having fun while we discuss how an ice cream shop owned by some idiot that doesn't even understand business is failing. Duh! The answer's obvious. How can you expect to help someone who, when asked, how much product do you need to restock daily, answers, I don't know exactly, but it feels like a lot?
Hey, I've put up with your insults long enough. I can hear you, you know? You're the one who's always making unreasonable requests, like asking for refills when you've eaten all the ice cream off your cone. To think I actually topped you up, and now you're making fun of me?
Sorry. Give me a moment. I'm just picturing someone like, or Medicine Pocket specifically, eating all the ice cream, leaving the cone completely intact. And just going, refill, please.
Yep.
Bottomless ice cream is a interesting thought experiment.
I have to remind you.
I'm saying the facts. People can excel at something but suck at others. Your ice cream is up to die for, but your business is a mess. Why don't you just tell it? Why don't you sell your recipe?
The shopkeeper is speechless, her face slowly reddening.
Ugh.
You can't be serious.
Yes.
Fine, I admit it. This is my dream. To own an ice cream shop. It's always been my dream. And I don't want to give it up.
Mio turns away from Medicine Pocket's rolling eyes and faces her would-be savior.
Please.
I was ready to give up, but then you appeared out of nowhere. Do you think you can really help me, little girl? What was it that you said I need to increase? Average transaction value and foot traffic. Look, your average transaction is about a third of other shops. And your foot traffic is only 63 people a day, which is just not enough. That's why you're losing money. Your revenue is too low. I thought 63 people was a lot. Think about it. Over 60 people.
I have to remind you.
That's some scary level of obliviousness, lady. Look at the other stores around you. They've got lines of people cleaning up Clever Cone's ice cream truck every day. That's hundreds of ice creams daily. You should thank Ezra for not using the museum store to make a buck, or you'd be losing even more. He lacks business sense, like someone else I know.
Okay.
Okay. You're right.
The shopkeeper's turns to the raid, re-examining the chart 37 drew. Then, she does something almost unheard of at the Thaw Scientific Computing Center. She questions 37's conclusion.
But
I sell ice cream, and the others sell souvenirs, so of course the average transaction value is higher.
what if?
I can't price my ice cream to match their average transactions. I know it tastes great, but honestly, I don't think people will pay that much. You mean this ice cream isn't worth a higher price? Even with such a beautiful regular dodecahedron shape?
The mathematician, unfamiliar with prices, is momentarily stunned, then humbly accepts the correction.
Fine.
We only have foot traffic left to work with. We will have to increase that number.
It's like this.
Just raise this number to 2.56 times the original, and we can break even. Although, I don't particularly like this variable. 2.56 isn't an exact number. It's merely a decimal approximation. 2.56. Multiplying that by 63 people entering the store, that would be,
Fine.
You see, this is the downside of using approximations. You'll get 161.28, but the number we're discussing is actually 161.
Hmm.
And That's a bit counterintuitive. 161 is a divisible, and that's a bit counterintuitive. 161 is a division number. Its proper divisors add up to less than itself. I think once you reach the goal of 161, you might pursue better numbers, like its next palindrome, 171, then 181, 191, 202.
Wait,
Wait. Please just stop for a moment.
Although she doesn't understand the girl's calculations, the owner notices the numbers are getting higher. Oh. Although she doesn't understand the girl's calculations, the owner notices the numbers are getting bigger.
Let's start with our first goal. You want me to sell 161 ice creams a day? Is that even possible? That's a whole lot of people. How can I serve that many customers every day?
Too simple.
There's no need to worry. Your business hours are from 10 in the morning to 6 in the evening. So you'll only need to sell one ice cream once every 2.98, or rounding up, every 3 minutes.
Is that all?
Yep, that's all. I didn't time you when you served us, but I simulated the process, and if everything goes smoothly, I think you can do it within 30 seconds.
I think.
It should certainly be possible.
The shopkeeper's eyes drift in the distance, imagining all the customers.
I don't know.
Maybe I can try?
She's convinced, but then she asks a crucial question.
But how do I get these 2.56 times more people to come to my store? Let me think.
The talented mathematician opens her mouth, then closes it. After a while, she finally tries to give an answer.
Multiply by 2.56, then subtract 0.28.
What?
Huh?
Great! Great! Fantastic!
Huh? What did I say? You can't just increase the number.
The long-silent onlooker sees the opportunity to spit a little venom.
Welcome to the real world, number brain.
Hey Shelly, how's your brain?
I'm just reading out whatever this is saying. I don't think about it.
This might be quite sudden, but I think it's time for a drastic reappraisal of our understanding of mathematics. Many people find the world of mathematics to be too abstract and difficult to comprehend, and so they're afraid of it. You can't blame them. Think about an apple, a person, an event, a success or a failure. These concepts are easy to grasp. But when numbers first attached from their counted objects, when one became one and just one, mathematics departs the material world we all are familiar with. Bound by physical forms, we can only chase those numbers in the abstract. We study and research mathematics, using those numbers to borrow power from their transient world. In that world, nothing boldly appears zero. Negative numbers stand the opposite end of distance, and even infinity can be calculated. And even infinity can be included in its formulas. In the world of mathematics, we can do anything. At least, theoretically. Our minds are free, no longer constrained by reality. Only a few understand this freedom's charm, and fewer still wield true omnipotence in mathematics. Like our delightful new friend here. But But there's just one small problem.
The silent audience stares at the eloquent researcher, then coldly looks away. Most people would feel awkward and stop talking, but this unknown number is no ordinary digit.
Come on.
Do me a favor, will you? Ask me, what problem?
Merciless silence.
The problem is, mathematics has the power to do anything in the abstract, but to make it work in reality, for that we need to follow 3 steps. First, we need to abstract a real-world problem into a mathematical one. Second, we need to solve this problem within the mathematical world. And third, we need to find a way to bring that abstract answer back to reality. You mean...
No, that's my voice.
Hmm.
Wait. You mean...
His audience understands. Mesmer Jr. looks outside.
Last data shows an average of 1,837 visitors per day during this quarter over an 8-hour operational period. So after 3 hours, about 3,689 people should have entered.
I have to remind you.
Hey, you know visitor numbers vary by time of day, right? There's a peak period. I thought that was just common sense.
Even so, the gap is too big. Only 457 people reached an area where they could see the shop sign. People aren't coming to the refreshments area where the ice cream shop is located. That's the root of our problem. Huh? 400 people sounds like a whole lot.
You ever hear of an entry rate? Not all 400 of them are hungry, so they don't all walk in. And only 20 that do will buy anything. So only about 12% of visitors come to this refreshments area. I have to admit, that's lower than I expected.
Oh,
No wonder I like sitting here. There are hardly ever any annoying people around to bother me.
But why don't people come this way? I don't understand. Wait, this map.
The brain that solved the computing center's year-long sales problem in sequence is now buried in a small puzzle about ice cream and visitors.
Fabulous.
She's on the third step.
Return to reality.
I see. I understand now.
I've got it!
Part 6. Fractal. Now we know how to measure its length.
I miss Italy.
Italy is precious, my lord.
I've never been to Sicily. Maybe I'll get some oranges there.
Numbers tell us everything.
At the round table, 37 gazed at the brief diagram feed in her hand, then the long line of visitors outside the ice cream shop.
We graph the foot traffic in every museum hallway, the composition of people walking through them, and compared the impact of other related facilities on foot traffic.
And then...
We found the coordinates of these numbers in the real world. The refreshments area housing the ice cream shop is in the passage connecting exhibits B3 and C2, but this passage is narrow, so most people visit all of Zone B, then take another route to get to Zone C. People looking for a refreshments area feel like they have better options. The hallway to the office area takes space, so this refreshments area also lacks a restroom. Visitors with children are important customers for an ice cream shop, but this refreshments area is in the opposite direction of the play area,
It's like this.
and so on. I found what's behind the numbers, the hints they've given us. Behind the numbers are people. Their habits, thoughts, and subconscious actions lead to this result. Honestly, it feels strange and counterintuitive. It's completely unlike my usual way of observing the world.
I don't
I
know.
always observe the phenomenon first, then look for the numbers behind it, not the other way around. I don't know if it'll help my research, but I see them now.
Seeing his new friend daydreaming again, X shrugs and continues.
In short, 37 told us the answer behind the numbers. The subsequent steps were elementary. Our key issue was a shop disaster location, so we need a robust publicity campaign to direct people to our hidden gem.
Nice. Nice.
Actually, linking the marketing to the special exhibition was my idea. Ezra, if you're surprised going to the hero who brought more visitors to your exhibition, don't forget who's responsible. And our therapist helped as well. She's just some new ice cream flavors. See those orange bits? They're candied lemon peel.
Nothing.
I just heard people around the office mention they like this kind of thing.
Brilliant.
It was a great idea, Mesma. They're like lucky little numbers scattered on a plotted line.
After that,
And thus the Star of Wonder ice cream was born.
Ezra takes the last bite, feeling the refreshing ice cream melt in his mouth, waltzing with a crispy cone.
It's delicious, really. And your story has been so inspiring. Before you came along, the only people that would visit the exhibitions here were fellow researchers in similar fields. But thanks to this ice cream, we've attracted more people than ever.
Ezra looks behind him. Among the streams of visitors are scholars, locals, and tourists who seem to have traveled from near and far, flanked by young kids. Some talk passionately in front of the exhibits, some quietly read the descriptions, bursting out sudden realizations, and others simply admire the beautiful displays. But they all share happy smiles, and every pair of eyes looking at the exhibits lights up.
I've been feeling a bit nervous. Today is my first public speech since being appointed curator of the museum. I've tried some tips to help ease my nerves, like imagining the audience as potatoes or mushrooms. But I think something you said will help most, 37. Behind the numbers are people. They came from all over Behind the numbers are people. They came from all over for the special exhibit. They are real people with a real love for knowledge. They're not potatoes or mushrooms.
I think
That's the real trick to this. Is your speech about to start?
that's right.
It is. Would you do me the honor of joining my audience?
Sure.
Of course! I'd love to!
The young researchers rise from this round table and escort their friend to his proving ground.
Oh,
Wow! There are as many people here as in our lecture hall! Oh no, I'm losing my nerve again. Maybe I should try imagining everyone as mushrooms. No, that's avoiding the issue and it's rude.
Why?
Why would you be nervous? No matter who listens or how many people there are, the content of your speech remains the same, doesn't it?
Essentially.
The truth doesn't change, and that's all we should be accountable to.
Yes.
You're right, Miss 37. Very right. We worked hard to get this miracle stone ready for display. I can't sell it short. Phew.
Come on.
You must exhibit the same spirit you demonstrated while ascending that snow-capped mountain, my friend. Your task today is trivial in comparison.
And you, my friend.
If you need to, keep an eye on us. I have ways to keep you too busy to be nervous.
You'd better not have any bad ideas running around that mind of yours. Go on, Ezra. Imagining everyone as mushrooms can be your fallback plan.
Thank you.
Thanks, friends. I'm on now.
As the young curator steps up to the center of the stage, the murmurs surrounding him subside.
Welcome.
Welcome, everyone. I sincerely thank you all for coming. I haven't been the curator of the Laplace Museum for long, but I'm honored that my call has been answered from all over the world. You have different identities, live different lives, have different passions, but our wishes and ideals are the same. That is, to spread knowledge, to share experiences, and to let the vastness and beauty... That is, to spread knowledge, to share experiences, and to let the vastness and beauty of the world be seen by all.
Applause ring out. The young curator has earned their respect and trust for his remarkable achievements. People listen to him with glad murmurs, already anticipating the surprise he'll unveil.
Many precious exhibits have been sent to the museum, their owners generously lending or even donating these treasures, so their splendor can be appreciated by all our visitors here.
I didn't know.
This number far exceeded my expectations. I must admit, while it's an honor, the extensive appraisal work has been a challenge for us. But fortunately, with the help of many knowledgeable friends and colleagues, it was a challenge we overcame. I am truly fortunate to have such passionate and considerate companions.
The young man in the center of the exhibition hall looks toward the owner of the venue, smiling and nodding.
Good job.
No, you thank us. Although we did do a good job, didn't we?
Quiet, you.
Hey!
You are all too funny.
The whispers draw a few eye rolls, and the young researchers quiet down. The speech continues.
Of course.
All the donated specimens we've received are invaluable. Each one is unique. But among them, we unanimously believe this piece holds the most remarkable significance. And for that reason, we created a special exhibition to highlight it.
Ezra extends his hand, directing everyone's gaze. Ezra extends his hand, directing everyone's gaze to a pale blue, semi-transparent crystal placed in the center of the stage.
It's
A miracle stone from an ocean of crystals that cover Neptune's surface.
Murmurs and exclamations of wonder rise as people gaze at the beautiful crystal.
Structurally, it is a diamond. In fact, it is not much different from the cut diamonds we know.
but this time it's different.
Instead, its uniqueness lies in the fact that this beautiful stone comes to us from Instead, its uniqueness lies in the fact that this beautiful stone comes to us from 4.5 billion kilometers away. As with previous attempts, Voyager 2 carried an Arcanum space teleportation formula and an attempt to obtain material samples from other planets. But as many know, these previous attempts had failed. Although arcanists have always suggested that spatial distance was not the true reason for the formula's failure, ultra-long-distance space teleportation was still considered impossible.
After that,
Unfortunately, during the 80s, space agencies worldwide stopped equipping their probes with these arcanium formulas to lower costs.
an extraordinary discovery.
Yet, we still had a chance. When Voyager 2 flew past Neptune, it succeeded where the others failed, bringing us this gift from a distant planet. Many mysteries surrounding this beautiful diamond from afar remain unsolved. We all know Voyager 2 reached its closest point to Neptune on August 25, 1989, but this diamond was teleported back much later. In the Arcanum ultra-long-distance teleportation formula, Is the Arcanum ultra-long-distance teleportation formula so different from ordinary teleportation that it causes a noticeable time delay? For now, with only one case example, we can only speculate.
Research shows
Still, according to the Space Center's report, this beautiful stone appeared, and the complex and precise formula appears to have finally succeeded. At the same time, the detection system also found Arcanum traces not belonging to the original formula. They left a faint, almost imperceptible fluctuation before disappearing, and we haven't detected any similar Arcanum fluctuations since. Several researchers claim to have heard a beautiful melody when the Miracle Stone appeared. The melodies they hummed were astonishingly consistent, making it hard to believe they simply hallucinated the sound.
but
However, we couldn't find any recordings matching their descriptions on any of the Space Center's detection devices. With so many uncertainties surrounding the stone, people often ask, is it real? Could this really be a diamond from Neptune? From the second farthest planet from the Sun in our solar system? What secrets does it hold?
Amid his gazes, the young curator shook his head.
Of course, we have no definite answers for now. Voyager 2 still sends signals to Earth, but aside from the miraculous teleportation successful data written into its records, it cannot elaborate on its achievements. The only certainty is that this diamond indeed appeared at the teleportation circle's reception point.
Following his gaze, the audience focused again on the beautiful crystal in the center of the room.
The Space Center researchers were extremely careful, and after finally confirming it posed no danger, the Miracle Stone was prepared for exhibition, allowing us all to behold its brilliance. It is a miracle, jointly brought to us by the union of science and Arcanum, and a wondrous mystery waiting for us to unravel.
After a hard-fought battle, the young curator returns to the entrance area, surrounded by his friends. They sit down again at the round table.
How did I do? I wrote my speech out ahead of time, but I accidentally skipped over a lot of parts when I actually got up there on the stage.
Your concerns are unwarranted, Ezra. Your exhibition and your speech received universal acclaim.
I don't know much about astronomy. Oh, voice crack.
You're good, you're good. It's bound to happen after
There
like
goes my
6
voice.
hours.
I don't know much. I don't know much about astronomy. 37, you changed.
I don't know much about astronomy, but I found your speech to be inspiring. You remind me of a friend from my home. He's a bit like you, often quiet and reserved, and never keen on being the center of attention. But when he speaks in front of a crowd, everyone stops what they're doing to listen.
Oh,
I almost forgot.
37's exclamation draws looks from her friends, except for Mesmer Jr., who quickly realize what she means.
Your letter. I haven't written back to 6 yet. Let me see. 6 won't mind if it's a little rough. I think I can tear a few pages from this notebook and use it as letter paper.
X stops her before she can harm her notebook.
Hold on now. I recall there's some Laplace issued stationery envelopes in Medicine Pocket's room. Why don't you use them? It is better to receive a letter with respectable presentation.
huh?
It's the big idea. Promising people my stuff without asking me. It's not that I mind, but do I even have any of that stuff? You do. I saw them in your... I want to say pile of junk? Come on, let's read them together. You just call my office a pile of junk?
The two walk off bickering. The kind curator watches them with concern.
Oh,
They won't fight, right? Oh no, they're already arguing. Maybe I should follow. Found him! He's over here!
there he is. Hey, Ezra.
Spathodea! And Desert Flannel too! What brings you here?
It looks like the young curator had other guests.
I missed your exhibition last time because of that fight, so I thought I'd surprise you today. And wow, I mean, there were so many people. Such a big event, and you're the host. You're amazing, Ezra.
We just listened to your speech. Very impressive, little curator.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you came.
Friends always have endless things to discuss after a long time apart. Ezra finally takes Mesmer Jr.'s advice, apologizes, and leaves to meet his friends from far away. The real-time star map on the ceiling still shines brightly, and only the therapist and the girl favored by numbers remain at the round table.
What do you think of the diamond from Neptune?
Why?
Why are you asking? You haven't expressed your opinion on it, and you often have a different perspective from most people. I suppose I'm curious to know where you stand on this miracle stone. It's beautiful, like the garnet we saw that day, with the same orderly, solid structure. Though I don't quite understand why people favor diamonds over other isometric minerals, or why this one is considered more special than any other. Space and time exist only in this space and time exist only in the
Phenomenal world.
time exists only in the phenomenal world. An object's essence isn't determined by where or when it originated. So, you don't think all that much of it?
Mesmer Jr. recalls a word used in the promotional poster.
Maybe besides its astronomical significance, people admire the stone for the fantasy it represents. You mean, because it comes from far away, people value it more than similar items from much closer? That doesn't seem fair. For most people, yes. Emotional preferences lead us to make less objective judgments.
The girl appears contemplative.
Like how people didn't come to this ice cream shop. Those were also emotional preferences, fleeting thoughts, not solid, objective reasons. Honestly, I don't really understand it.
Though the girl saw the ice cream mystery with numbers, she still doesn't understand the people behind them. It isn't her fault. A bird is destined to never understand the feelings of a fish. If others are all trapped in a cave, this is the girl that is born to see the vast starry sky on the other side of the rocky walls. Asking her to focus more on the stifling cave would be asking too much.
Good.
Fine.
The therapist decides to give up, just as she had been telling herself in the beginning. This is none of her concern. But suddenly, she recalls a story. A story she heard long ago, when she was at the SPDM with her old friends.
37. Do you know how Neptune... 37. Do you know how Neptune was discovered?
Huh?
Hmm.
You can